Back in Jinja at the factory, let's get a tour. All right, this is where the hides initially come. Smells really good in here. And then way in the back over there, that's where we actually turn the byproducts of leather into chicken feed. So in here, this is the tannery. These massive drums, got 5 of them. And then it turns initially into this stuff. It's called wet blue.
Okay. Throw it.
So the other tanneries, they're throwing this away.
Throwing it out, and in a day, 20,000 kilograms are thrown near the lake.
Okay. But then you're using it then for the chicken feed.
We bring it back at the free of cost.
Instead of the waste byproduct that the other tanneries are throwing away, we use it to make chicken feed, extract more value, better for the environment, good all around. So these hides are like the underbelly, which is like when they slice the leather, it's like the thin leather. It's not very good, as you can see, so you can't really use it to make leather. That's why they throw it away. But we have a chicken feed unit, that's what we do. Kind of smells though. So these are the pools like that filter the water?
Effluent water, pre-treatment water.
To treat the water? Okay. Before you send it to like the sewer system?
Sewer system, yeah. After clarifying, that is the final clarifier. We don't throw it in the lake like other people. The other people, they throw it in the lake. They suck from lake, they treat it. I don't know whether they are treating or not. They throw it again. So every day around 4 million liters of water is thrown back to the lake. And then we don't suck water from lake. We are buying water from national water. You can see the meter.
So again, this goes to the responsibility we want to have in doing the industry right, do best for the environment. Just because it uses a lot of water, there is a lot of waste, and we want to handle it the best we can and do it better than everyone else. They're just dumping it.
From Tannery, can you believe? See the reading also.
Well, and this is like something that Americans want to know, that we, are doing right by the environment, but it's also something we can then show Ugandans for what goes through the president, being like, hey, we are respecting the country, like we're doing the best that we can. We are responsible.
His principle.
Exactly.
And we are trying to implement his vision. That's what his vision was, to make value-added products. Raw material.
Yeah.
So instead of government doing, we are trying to do with your support.
Exactly.
With venture leather support.
Well, that's why I can show everything, because what do we have to hide? Nothing. For it is like there's good money doing this work, but the potential and what we really want to do is the manufacturing and everything else. I want to take a moment to try to explain some of the challenges about doing manufacturing here in Africa. Here in our factory, we have machines, we have trained workers, but that doesn't necessarily mean we can end up with a quality product. Behind me is an injection molding machine. It makes the rubber soles for the bottom of shoes. We've had this machine in operation for a number of years, but the end product has been terrible. And the biggest problem has because the raw materials just aren't good enough. Because to make quality soles, you need quality rubber. Rubber that comes in the pellet form like this. But quality pellets, quality rubber just doesn't exist locally in East Africa. The raw material does. There's plenty of rubber trees in Congo, but to turn it into the pellet form, that industry doesn't exist. So what does the shoe manufacturer do? Then get into the industry of making rubber? It's just not practical. In the past, the sole has been hard, it's been heavy, it's just been bad. But what they're doing with the shoes, which is the same thing we're doing with the leather bags, is that we're now importing the rubber pellets from India, where that industry does exist. So rather than trying to get two industries going at the same time, we import from India what we don't have locally here in Uganda. And that way we can come up with a great product, we can get one of those industries going, and then hopefully in the future the rubber industry does come. And that's what we're trying to do with leather bags and what I'm trying to do with Venture Leather Company. Do what we can in Uganda, but then focus on what we can't do, import that from India, until we can build it all. We got a bunch of big machinery back here that does different parts of the leather, shaves it down, puts a print on it, all kinds of different stuff. All right, and then over here, this is like the main manufacturing unit that we have on this side. It's lunch right now, people just kind of hanging out, and that's kind of it. So yeah, that's kind of the factory. Got plenty more to show. Go show you some of the workers. Roy, who's my main partner here in Uganda. But yeah, keep staying tuned and have a great day.